Okay, I started it.
I only see me. And I'm gonna just see me, right? There you are. Never mind. Be quiet, Regina. What's it doing?
Starting. There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Book Nook, our suspense thriller, detective, and more channel where we like to read murder mysteries, thrillers, cozy mysteries, and then talk about them. So, thank you for joining us. Or if you're watching the replay, please hit the thumbs up button. We would really, really appreciate it very much. This is pretty much a short book for us. The book is The Secret Book in Scone Society by Ellery Adams. And it is definitely a cozy style mystery. It's not a real suspense thriller mystery like what we normally read. As far as that part of it, Regina, what did you think? Do you think it was just a cozy? It wasn't like what we normally read.
It's not. It's cozy. If you don't want a bunch of gory, really
Yeah.
suspense, it would be a good one. And there's a
Yeah.
sequence too.
Yes. Yes. It was like I said, almost a little too cozy for me for what I normally read. I mean, I don't read a bunch of gory stuff, but um it was a little hard for me to get going with the story. Um but
Yeah,
I mean, I liked it.
it. Hang on, I got something bothering me at my door.
All right. Well, we'll just give Regina a chance to go um check
Miss
her front door.
Diamond. Sorry, Miss Diamond was tearing my door up.
Oh, she wants to join in on the conversation.
Yes, she does.
That's good.
There's Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Melissa. Welcome, welcome.
How are you doing tonight? I'm looking a
This
fright tonight. I just got my hair pulled back and
so this
so
book to me was hard to follow in some ways. It was an easy book, but there's too many characters.
yes. Yeah.
So, the character of the first person.
Well, and they spent a lot of time on the four main characters. Um
Tell
Nora
me.
Pennington, the owner of the Miracle Bookstore, Hester, who is the Gingerbread House Bakery, and kind of them building their friendships and coming together um, because they knew each other, but they weren't necessarily friends till they got together to talk about what happened and to decided that they were going to try and figure out um, who killed Neil. So we'll have to back up a little bit. I got a little, just a little synopsis here. The story takes place in Miracle Springs, North Carolina. It is a small resort town known for its healing hot springs, and visitors come hoping to heal physical and emotional wounds. And at the heart of the town is Miracle Books, and Nora Pennington, she's the owner of that. It's a cozy bookstore owned by Nora Pennington, a former librarian who practices bibliotherapy, helping people work through their problems by recommending perfect books. So that's kind of what she did. She ended up in town because she had a very traumatic accident and is disfigured. And she got back into books through a nurse that helped her cope with her healing process. I believe she's got bad burns. So she's pretty disfigured on part of her body. And so she gets healing through reading. And so she ends up moving to this small town of Miracle Springs because she wants to open up a bookstore. And she kind of learned this gift of helping people through their problems through reading. And so she was good at reading people and suggesting books to help them kind of look more deep into themselves, like how this nurse helped her. along the way.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
The main characters, like I said, Nora Pennington, she's the owner of Miracle Books. And again, she had a survivor of a traumatic attack that left her pretty scarred. But she loves books and she loves people. And that's how she gives back and also helps continue to heal herself. And then Hester Winthrop, she is the owner of the Gingerbread House Bakery, and she makes comfort scones. So she's kind of able to read people's aura, and through baking, she kind of helps them bring up good memories and deal with situations and stuff through her baking. And that's kind of how she helped herself through her healing process. I needed to look that up because I don't remember each one.
And
Do you
then we.
remember what her trauma was?
I don't know that it told it. And I mean, I just remember how it really started with Nora and the man that came to be a partner
Hmm.
of them selling the they were selling land to build people homes
Yes.
in this
Yeah.
little bitty town, and
Yes.
and technically they don't really want that community built up
No,
in
because
this
it's
little
such a quaint little town and the environment and the aesthetics. And they didn't want a bunch of like commercial housing built because it would ruin the whole character of the town. So a lot of people were, but so here I found it. Hester Winthrop, she had an abusive husband who emotionally controlled her, and her scones are her way of expressing care and comfort. So that's how she helped rediscover her independence and self worth was through baking. And then you have Estella, and she grew up in a very toxic environment with destructive relationships, and that's kind of how she lived her life as well. She didn't have very many women friends. She was constantly looking basically for a man with money to get her out of town. She runs or works in a hair salon, and so she learns to trust other women and accept friendship when these four women come together and start talking about what happened in town. And then the last one of the secret society is June Dixon, and she's actually a little harder because she's running from a violent past, and she ended up living there, but she is also very afraid that um, she's going to be found, that they're going to find her. So she's constantly kind of living in fear. But through her friendships and stuff and working through these things with the other women, she confides into them with her past and trying to deal with her trauma as well. So you got four women who all have different trauma who come together in this secret book and scone society. So they meet in Nora's bookshop, and uh, Hes- uh,
but
yeah,
before that,
Hester brings the scones.
but before that, let's talk about what how Nora started reaching out to these ladies to make this society.
Yes, yeah, I was just giving kind of a character rundown of who the characters are, and so we can kind of go ahead. Oh, we got some chat going. Um,
I don't hear an echo.
Hearing an echo. I don't hear an echo at all.
Huh.
But hello, hello.
Valerie.
How is everybody? Kathy, hello, hello, Melissa. Every All right. So we got some people. Has anybody in the chat read the book? Put a one in the chat if you've read the book.
Artemis was the only one that I know of that has read the book.
that read the book, and I don't know if she'll be able to make it this evening or not. Let me turn that down a little bit, see if that helped.
This book is not as suspense as we're used to.
No,
It
and it
it was kind of like an easy, fun read.
yeah, if you like that kind of book, it's a good book, but for me, it was hard to hold my attention because I like and I'm used to reading more thriller style, suspenseful full book. So, um, it was outside of my wheelhouse for sure, with reading this, but it's a very nice, cozy kind of just mystery, with a lot of extra stuff about healing and women and friendship and coming together and things like that. Um, okay, so if we can go ahead and we'll kind of start with the story. Um, the story kind of starts well in the first part of it. It just kind of goes through, which I already mentioned, was Nora and her being in this traumatic accident and recovering in the hospital. And then she moves to this small town of Miracle Springs and opens up a bookstore. And so one morning she's out and she goes and gets her scone and she sees a gentleman sitting on a park bench and she goes down and sits next to him. And she's always watching people to see, how much they stare at her for her scars and whatnot. But he didn't seem to be really phased by it, and so they kind of started up a conversation. Do you have anything to add to that, Regina?
No, that no, it's they. It was he loved books too, so she was
Yes.
telling him to come to her shop.
Yes, and he had actually been referred to her shop, um, uh, from going to the springs, to the spa, to the bathhouse, and they had recommended because she does this bibliotherapy, through reading that helps people, and he was really struggling in his life. He never really said what the problems were, but he was having a lot of turmoil, that she could also see, and decides to offer him to tell him to come to the bookstore and sets an appointment and to see if she can help him through book selection, to help him with whatever he's going through. I mean, he didn't disclose what he's going through, but he's obviously, he's having some issues and some trouble, and so she decides to help him. But before he gets to his appointment, he gets murdered, or what they feel is murdered. The afternoon train is coming in. He's waiting for his business partners to show up in town, and he gets hit by the train, and it's just such a horrific thing, that and the gossip. That's kind of what started the book club. Is they start they come together to get the gossip. Like, do you know what's going on? Type of thing. Small town gossip tree gets going every time. But so she ends up speaking to, um, Estella comes in the bookstore because she wants to gossip, and that's how she finds out that this man, Neil, was dead. And they're just like, "This is so strange." She said, "I wouldn't have gotten that from him. I knew he was upset, but,
Because
why?"
they said that it was suicide.
Yes, that they're trying to say that he jumped in front of this train. But Nora from the get-go didn't believe it. And then, the bakery shop, because Nora sends him to the bakery shop. She's like, "You got to go get one of these scones," and she does such a good job of pairing scones with people, and she makes it special for you. And so he had ended up going and buying a scone before he had died. And so then Estella and Nora hook up with Hester, who is the gingerbread house owner, And then they start can kind of concocting this idea that they're going to investigate to find out what really happened to them because none of them really believe that he killed himself. And in the meantime, they all get summoned to the sheriff's office. So the four women, Nora, Hester, Estella, and June works at the bathhouse for the Miracle Springs bathhouse where people come to soak in what they say are healing waters. And so they all get questioned by the sheriff, and then they come together. They come back together to talk about their thoughts about the sheriff and that something is not quite right there. Do I still sound like an echo?
You're fine.
Yeah,
Um,
I
so they plan to get more information, so they all go to lunch,
yes.
evening evening meal or something, and it's at this cafe bar type thing.
Mhm.
Well, the bartender wants to he wants Estelle to pay attention to him, and she has nothing to do with him. So
Yes.
she was hitting on another man because
Yes.
she's a little fast, I guess you could say.
To say the least. She's kind of known as like the women don't like her because they're all afraid she's after their husbands, which really isn't what she wants. She just wants to find somebody to get her out of that town. So she's hitting the single market. Anybody that she thinks is successful or has money that can get her out of this small town. But they decide because they know the partners are coming in. So um, you've got Nora who's on the computer starting to do research about this company, the Pine Ridge Company. Is it Pine Ridge? Yeah, Pine Ridge Properties. And then Estelle is she's going to go to this bar and like eavesdrop on these partners to see if she could gain some insight from them. And then that's when she starts to flirt with one of the associates that she has nicknamed Renfield. She calls him Renfield because she to him she kind of feels he's the weakest link. He's not very handsome. And she feels that she can kind of manipulate him into giving her information other than the other partner who she said was like very handsome and charismatic. So she goes she goes for the wink link to get her information from. Do you have anything to add?
No, no, I'm just listening to you. Uh, then she gets to talking with him. Uh, what you call his name? Renfield.
Renfield, yes.
We couldn't figure out what his real name was real fast, so we got to take better notes next time.
Yeah, it's because she's always calling him Renfield.
Yeah.
Because
Well, they decide to go to the bathhouse, and
yes,
she's playing hard to get, and then they the three other women are in the bushes watching.
Cyan. You got your women back up there. They're in the bushes watching.
They're in the bushes watching to just in case not Hester, Estelle,
Stella, yeah.
and if she needs help. So they're going to be there if she needs help. Well, I think they made it through the. She didn't do anything.
No, no, but she was just getting him to drink.
Yeah,
Um,
she was
yes.
trying to get information out of him, and
Yes,
I
she
can't
was
remember.
boozing him up in the hot springs to
I
try
don't
to
think
get him
she
to loosen
really.
up and talk.
I don't think she got any information out of him because
No,
you got to remember they're still trying to find out who killed Neil, the
Yes.
first main partner.
Yes.
There's like three or four partners that have come to build these homes. They're selling land. They've got the builder. They've got a woman that's an agent person
The
that's trying
banker.
to, yeah, she, well, and the banker, and then come to find out, the sheriff, he might be a partner too, a silent
Yes.
one.
Yes, and his brother is definitely a partner in these properties.
And he's the loan owner.
And
I
yeah,
mean,
the loan
loan
the
officer.
banker.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, he is the banker for sure. Um, so as they start investigating this, and that they don't really get a lot from Renfield, and so that's when they go to look at investigate the property, the company, into who these people are, and they decide that they're going to go look at a house and like pretend Nora's going to pretend like she's interested in purchasing a property to see if they can gain some information from the property manager.
But in the meantime, before this, Estella gets arrested for killing Winfred.
Yes. Yes. And
So
she gets
now they're
accused and
trying to find these three women, 3 women, because Estella went to prison or jail, and they are trying to find out the answer of who did what because their friend is in jail.
yes, and that's kind of when they kind of start to suspect, is the sheriff in on this, because everything just got pushed through and they just arrested her because they were sure she's the one that did this. She was set up. They are pretty sure she's set up. So now they got to find who murdered Neil and why, and then who murdered Renfield, to keep it quiet, and who did it. So it's somebody in the town, obviously, that's there. They just don't have a clue where to, who. Um, so as part of that, when they as they're researching this and they're starting to uncover the corruption in this Pine Ridge Properties building, did you suspect that it was corruption from the very beginning, or were you surprised that it was the land, the property, the Pine Ridge Property Associates? I wasn't surprised by that. I figured it had to
No, I
be.
didn't. I knew it really possibly it was nothing to do with the townspeople as much
Yeah.
as it did the partners.
Yes. Yeah, so that didn't surprise me at all. It got dark in here all of a sudden. Look at that. Maybe I should turn a light on. Um, yeah, that didn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, you're
I
real
didn't
dark.
I didn't know which one, who it was, but it didn't surprise me either.
And then the women start doing research to figure out how all the partners are involved.
Mhm.
And oh gosh, it blew you away when he figured out at the end.
Yes. So, kind of the timeline, with what they're going on, um, is Nora spoke with him at the park. Hester gave him the scone. Joan talked to him in the hot springs, and then Estella had just seen him around town. And because of that, that's why that sheriff interviewed them, and then they kind of started putting things together because they had such a bad feeling about the sheriff from the very get-go. He does not like women. He just didn't want to hear anything that they said. He was not listening at all. He already drawn his conclusions that it was a suicide. So that kind of threw up a red flag for me right at the beginning, um, wondering if he was part of it. You know, um, something going on there because he didn't have, or he was just lazy. Just a lazy man and just wrote it off, didn't want to waste his time with it. And he didn't want to waste his time with the women either. Karen says there's an echo too. I have no
I
idea
don't
what would be
hear. I
causing
don't
that.
hear anything
Yes, I don't hear the echo either.
because I've got everything off.
Yep, I do too. Let me double check over here real quick just to make sure.
Hi, Karen. I don't hear it. Huh. Usually you can hear it.
Yeah, see, I just unmuted it and the echo came, so I remuted it. Yeah, I don't know why there's an echo this evening, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Um,
I mean,
so
you're deep. You're a deep. You're kind of like in a hole. Sounds like in a way.
really?
Yeah.
Oh no. So you have the first murder of Neil, who was shoved out onto the train tracks and killed by the train. And then you have the second murder of the other partner, Renfield, who worked for the Pine Ridge uh, properties for this new housing development. Um, So they got to work pretty quickly to figure this out to help get Stella out of jail. So they're on a time crunch. So
So,
go ahead.
in the meantime, the one of the ladies, Nora, and them come out of that restaurant, and they're all in high heels and all fancy,
All
dressed
dressed
up.
up. Yes. Yes.
And Nora twists her ankle and falls. Well, so the EMT people come, and this is where Nora meets Jed
Yes.
because he comes to check on her ankle for her.
Yes. And so who's Jed?
The EMT guy.
He's the EMT. Yes.
Yes, that's the one she kind of likes.
Yes.
And I mean, and he comes in the store and starts looking at books, and they get to talking and hitting it off. And he's got a secret, and she's got a secret,
Everybody in this town has secrets.
and he can't because she was asking him what he saw when he found the Redkin guy dead at the bathhouse,
Yes.
and excuse me, Jed could not tell her anything, or he would lose his job. His job.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yes. He can't disclose that kind of information.
Yeah, right. So they're talking back and forth, and she goes to the model home at one time,
Hmm.
and she rides a bicycle all the time. She doesn't have
Yes.
a car, and somebody tries to harm her. Um, I didn't ever understand why. At first, I still don't know why anybody would have tried to hurt her on the where in that part of the scene.
Yeah. Well, probably because they were trying to silence her if they were starting to figure out that they were investigating what's going on. The one I think that cracked me up, which I didn't mention from earlier, and I think is it is it June that walks around late at night and all the cats follow her?
Yeah.
It's so she has all these cats because this house that she purchased that she this cracked me up. This house that she purchased that she moved into, the previous elderly woman had all of the cats in town. I mean, even all the strays, everybody else, because she planted her whole yard in catnip.
Right, right.
So, when she took over the house, these cats continued to come, and then they just follow her, when she goes and walks around late at night, to relax because she can't sleep, that she has, like, this, I guess you'd still call it a herd of cats following her all over town as the new cat lady. I thought that was funny. So they go and they do the tour of the home, and they're getting they met with, is it Ashley?
Annette.
It's Annette. They meet with
Annette.
Annette to look at some of these different house plans, and and speaking with her, and then she ends up having to go meet the banker to see if she can get approved.
Right, right.
Yes. Yeah. So, and how did it go with the banker?
Um, well, she got approved.
Yeah. Yes. So they didn't get a lot of information from the banker or from Ashley other than just meeting them and trying to get a read for them.
Right, right. So she gets approved. So then the lady is wanting her to make a decision and sign papers and everything.
Yes. Which she doesn't want to do because it was just they were just on a information gathering
Well, she'd already been
outing.
hurt again, so she's cautious about everybody in the town
Yes.
because
Yes.
that one person tried to run her off the road.
Yes. Yeah. And not, was that an accident or was it intentional? I got my notes all mixed up here. Mhm.
Yeah, it was. Well, technically, at the end, you find out it was intentional.
Yes, yeah. And so as they keep working, they're slowly piecing together what happened. They find out that Neil had discovered illegal dealings connected to the Pine Ridge, and he had so much guilt about it. He was going to basically be a whistleblower and disclose this corruption. Um, and that's why someone within the partnership killed him because they didn't want all of that information coming out. And it was the same thing, I think, with Renfield. They had to silence him too, because obviously you get him in a hot tub and get some booze in him, and he'll start talking. He'll start singing like a bird. So they disposed of him as well to kind of keep their secret, is kind of what I took from it. Did you get that as well?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Like I said, this was a very short book. There wasn't a lot of chapters in it. I think it was only a couple hundred pages. So the book went really fast, but it is a very good um, cozy book. So that kind of brings us down after they gather their information is who did it? Who committed these two crimes, and to get Estella out of jail. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I'm sorry. What did you say? I'm sorry.
I said we're down to who did it, who murdered Neil, and who murdered um, Renfield, and to cover it up. So it's kind of, they know of the corruption, but who did it, the involvement with the brother and the sheriff, and
Yeah, they figured that Annette has something to do with it, and they found out by spying that Annette and the landowner builder, the man that builds the homes,
yes,
that they're having an affair.
yes, yes, and
And
that isn't that Colin. Colin? Yes, that's
Yes.
Colin.
Yes.
Yes. And, and so Neil must have found out about all of that as well as the corruption and everything going on within the company.
Right.
Um,
Right.
and then, so they end how do they get Estella out of jail?
Well, the three women went to. She's in jail, and the three women went to look at the model home again
Mhm.
and sign papers with Annette. And then that previously they had already seen Colin and Annette together.
Yes.
Well, then they get to the mod. It's what do you call it? A model home.
Mobile home,
And
yes.
yeah, Colin and Annette are fighting. I think Annette leaves, but they've been fighting, and then they walk in on him, and then that's when they found out for sure who that they were all in on it.
Mhm. Yes. Yes. And then did they go to the sheriff?
No, not then. No, because they don't go to the sheriff because he comes in at
Yeah.
the model home and he's in on it.
Yes. Yeah,
And
so
him
there's
and
a lot of players in this. All of the
yeah.
associates, the sheriff,
So
the banker.
Colin told Colin told him something, and he said, "Deal with this. I've got to go and do my alibi where I'm at. You
Mhm.
deal with this." And he had, I think, I don't know if he had all three women tied up or just Nora.
I think it was just Nora.
Yeah, but I mean, the other two were in there with her.
Yes.
Um, but he tells Nora she don't know what she's talking about, and the sheriff leaves, and Colleen gets more upset and because she keeps talking and saying she knows what's going on and why she kept asking him why did you do this, and we know that you've got another count in another country,
Yes,
and
laundering money.
yes, and then of course by then they find out that there's another person that was like, okay, you just wait. You won't believe who is the sheep in this, not the sheep, but the wolf in this air.
Yes.
Who did all the stuff? He says I didn't do anything, and da 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 da. He said, but you will see in just a minute who. Not, I mean, you don't say it like that, but that's what it gets to. That
Yes.
he you will see, and that's when Bob, the bartender, came in, and he tells the ladies that he was very upset because Estella would not have anything to do with him. And
Blew him off. Yes.
yeah, so he's the one that set her up of killing Renkin, and Colin's telling him to be quiet, and Bob, the bar guy, says, "You don't tell me what to do." And he said, "Well, you got one more last thing to do." And he walked in, and Colin was going to catch the modular home on fire.
Yes.
And Bob comes in and says, "I'm not having anything to do with this." He said, "You're not, these ladies, that you need to let them go." He said, they have nothing to do with this."
Mhm. Yes.
Hi, hi, Joan. Uh,
Um,
welcome, welcome, Joan. So him and Bob and Colin get in a disagreement, and then in the meantime, Nora's trying to get loose, and I don't think the other two are tied up.
I don't think they are too. I was just trying to look.
Because I remember when she ushered them out, they had no problem getting out the door. But come to find out, Colin was really crazy. He was determined to take all the money that he had and run with it.
Mm,
And Bob the Bob the barman was just upset with Estelle for not caring about him, and he's the one that set her up for the murder of Rinkin. And then they find out that Bob's the one that pushed Neil off the train track
yes.
because he didn't like. I think Neil didn't like what was going on because he found out some stuff too, and he didn't
Yes.
like what was going on, and that's why they got rid of him. They got
Well,
rid of him
he
before
had
they.
such yeah, that he had such guilt over all of the corruption and everything that was going on that he was gonna basically be a whistleblower. He was gonna confront them and stop it, which would
Right,
have stopped the
right.
development and everything. So that's why, they had him thrown in front of the train and
Yeah. So in the
made it
meantime,
look like a suicide.
Colin and Dari turned on the gas stove,
Mhm.
and he started pouring gasoline everywhere. Well, Bob didn't want anything to do with it, and he didn't even, he was starting to leave, and Colin followed him down the hall and ended his life
Yeah.
with fire. And
Yes. Ugh.
but before all that, the ladies got out. Two of the ladies. Nora got out, but Colin drug her back in,
Mhm.
and he told her she wasn't going nowhere, and he was going to deal with her. And
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you look at from it from the point of view that these 4 women all have traumatic issues going
yeah,
on, and
yes,
then they're in this, um uh they're in a bad situation that could turn out really bad after they've already gone through all of this trauma. But after they solve it and get it all figured out, they continue to meet and continue to read together and kind of continue on with this secret book and scone society. The 4 women. So the good part of the book is that they built this friendship together and they're helping each other with their past traumas and they became friends. So these 4 unlikely women who really are very different all became friends and have this close connection now and continue to meet for their book club.
right.
Yes, Joan, there. I guess there is an echo. I can't hear it. Can't figure out where it's coming from, um, because it's not echoing on either one of our sides. So not sure why that is echoing.
Yeah, it's got something to do with every time you talk, Lori.
Hmm. It's always me, I tell you.
But anyway, they find out that Colin's the one that instigated it all.
Yeah.
He's the one that was greedy. He wanted all the money. Him and Annette were going to run off to another country together,
Yes.
and the sheriff was in on it because he overlooked everything.
He was in
And
their pocket.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
And so, but Nora gets out of the house before it burns, and then Colin ends up being arrested, and they get Estelle out of jail.
Yes. And her name, it's not Annette, it's Vanessa. I think her
Who?
name is Vanessa.
No, that's someone else.
I thought that was the
Annette.
property manager, was
No, Annette.
Vanessa.
Annette's the property manager. But it anyway.
Yeah, but if you love, like, just a real cozy, warm mystery, um, I think it's a pretty good book for that. Like I said, it's not our normal suspense thriller, detective type crime stories, but it was definitely just a good heartfelt story. Um, I did enjoy it. It's not a book I would have chose to read. I know, Regina, you're thinking about reading book 2?
Yeah, I got it, but I don't know if I'll read it because I'm into something else right now. So
Yes, yes. And, what are we sipping on? You know what? I left my drink over on the other table. I was actually drinking some seltzer water this evening.
I had tea, but I didn't bring it in here.
Didn't bring your
But
tea in?
no, but it was a different twist. The whole thing was the four women coming together to solve this mystery of how Neil got pushed off of the train track, even though they said it was a suicide, which it wasn't. And then all these two or three townspeople were in on trying to make money with these homes.
Yes. Which would have just ruined the town.
Yes, yes,
This
yes.
property, this building, that they were gonna put in was gonna be such an eyesore and would take away so much from this small community that the townspeople, there had been a lot of outrage with the townspeople as well because they did not want this properties being built because it was gonna take away from their, small hometown feel of and it would detract from people coming there to find peace and healing and whatnot. They didn't want this big housing project, that would take away from the scenery and all the natural environment and everything, the aesthetic of this small town.
Right.
So they were able to stop that as well. A lot of, yeah, environmental damage and illegal business dealings and fraud.
Right.
But,
So it.
definitely a cozy mystery atmosphere. It's got strong female friendship, books and baking themes, and emotional backstories mixed with the murder mystery on, this book. So we have not selected a new our next book yet for April. Me and Regina will get going doing on that, and then I will drop a post on that so you know what our next read is for April, and we'll pick a date for in April to read that. I think the first Friday in April is Good Friday, so I don't know if we'll stick to that first Friday of the month or since we're running a little bit later this month, push it out a little bit since I was gone last week camping and which was a lot of fun and but we'll get ours back on track and get some posts up when we're gonna do our next read and we hope everybody will join us in reading is fun. Love to read. I love stories and I hope all of you can maybe grab a copy of whatever we choose to read. I think we really need to go back to a good mystery thriller. What do you think, Regina?
Yes, because this one
Yes.
was our. I mean, you spin the wheel, so this is the one that it said. We
Yes.
we
Yes.
but we need to read the storyline a little, eat more before we put it on
Yes.
the
Well,
wheel.
it's hard to pick books and that's why last month I kind of did the wheel. We had 4 or 5 books that we put on there, so I still have those 4 other selections, which I think are a little bit more, suspense, thriller, mystery. We can look at those or see if we can come up with something new, or if anybody in the chat has any good authors or good series or suggestions, we would definitely love to hear them from all of you. And like I said, I try to pick books, that are most cost effective on either um, Kindle or Audible. Just so to kind of keep it from hurting the pocketbook too much there. So we try to find free books or less expensive ones, because nobody wants to spend $25 on a book. I know I don't want to. So that kind of narrows our selection down a little bit. But if you have an author or a story or a book that you have in your want to read list, please drop that and let us know so we can check it out. Maybe that's the one that me and Regina will pick for April. So, but I am excited to start a new book and get into a good mystery series. Oh, what are
Joan.
you, Joan? What did you start? What are you starting? You just started it as of yesterday. Is it a crime book, a mystery? I know you read a lot of mystery.
I keep playing with this canvas because the drills are coming off.
You haven't sealed that yet? You
Yeah, I
des-
thought I did, but it's acting like I didn't. You deserve to know by my
Aggie Bloom Thompson. We need to look that up. So maybe we could just read that and read it along with Joan for next month.
hang on,
It,
let me write
it,
it.
yep, it's a crime thriller mystery. So you deserve to know by is it
You
Augie or Aggie Bloom Thompson?
and she does Audible.
Yes, yeah. But we should probably be able to see if we can find that book, and maybe we could just start reading that one, and then do that one. What's it about? I mean, obviously it's a crime thriller mystery, but with what you've read so far, do you like it? Yeah, I know you do. We do too. What do you think of the book so far?
I think she just got it. She's saying.
Yeah, she started yesterday, I believe she said. New book as of yesterday. So I don't know how much she's read, but I was going to look here really quick on Amazon to see if I can get that on Amazon.
$5.99.
You deserve to know. How
Five
much is
ninety
it?
nine.
Oh, that's not
Five.
bad.
$5.99 for 325 pages.
Yes, I got eight 99 on audio, but it also comes Kindle.
What's it about, Joan? Let me read. Maybe I can read real fast.
Yeah, I've got here right here. It's a brand new suspense novel from the master of the suburban scandal. Neighbors Gwen, Amy, and Lisa share more than playdates and coffee mornings on their tranquil street to East Bethesda. They confide their deepest secrets, navigate the challenges of motherhood together, and provide a support system that seems unbreakable. But when Gwen's husband is found murdered after one of their weekly Friday night dinners, the peaceful quiet of their cul-de-sac shatters. Seeming idyllic world of the three close-knit mom friends become a web of deception, betrayal, and revenge. As the police investigate, the veneer of friendship begins to crack, revealing hidden tensions Clandestine affairs, long buried jealousies among the three women, with suspicion mounting and the neighborhood gripped by fear. Gwen, Amy, and Lisa must confront the chilling truth about their husbands and the sinister undercurrents in their own friendships. Wow. Three families and yeah, yes.
Sound like a movie I watched.
Kinda, huh?
It does. Not
Yeah,
long ago.
yeah, that would be a good one. What do you think?
It
It's
really
quite a.
does. It sounds like a movie I just watched.
Is it something that you might want to read?
That's fine.
Should we just pick that for April?
That's fine.
Okay. Well, that's it. Joan has picked our book for April, and it is going to be "You Deserve to Know" by Aggie Bloom Thompson. So we will be getting our copies and starting to read that. She says it seems great so far. She just started it yesterday. So I will get an announcement out for April and a date for when we'll come back and we'll talk about the book, if what we liked it, what the story was about, um, and if it's a book, uh, if you like the author and would read more by her. So Joan, that means you have to join us. Yes, Regina, she sent you the picture
Yeah,
of the book.
we have it. I think we have it.
Yes. Yeah, I looked it up on the Amazon, so I have it. So, but that sounds good. So I'll be looking forward to reading that. So look at that. We Joan helped us get our work done. We don't have to pick a book now. We've got one. So that's exciting. That's exciting. So, want to thank everybody for supporting us and dropping in and listen to us talk about this latest book that we read. I hope you can join us next month and grab your copy of this new book we're going to read. "You Deserve to Know the Best" by Augie Bloom Thompson, and join us in the conversation or tell us your thoughts about the book. We'd love to have people read and join us either in the chat or through voice or whatnot.
Right.
Yes, yes, absolutely, Joan. That would be fun. Think about if maybe you want to come in and join us in the discussion, talking about the book. So think about that if that's something you might want to do. Get somebody, a third person up here with us to talk books, talk a story, what we like, what we didn't like, whatnot. But anyways, thank you, Regina. I love reading with you and
Thank you, Laurie. I
and
enjoy it too.
and sharing our love of books and
It was a hard
and
one to
reading.
even tell. There were so many characters.
Yeah, this one was a tough one for me. Like I said, it was good, but it's not quite um my thing. So, but it was good. And like I said, if you like cozy mysteries and things like that, it's a perfect book for more of a easygoing, cozy, non-thriller, cozy mystery. Um,
Right.
yes, yes. But anyway, so everybody have a wonderful and blessed night. Have a beautiful weekend, and we will see. What do you got going on, Regina? You got any lives going on? Are you going to do a live here soon?
No.
Not looking for anything.
No.
Okay, well then I guess you'll just have to join me on Tuesday.
Yep. No. No, I'd rather just join people.
Well, I don't mind joining you. So, um, if you wanted to do one a pop up or something, for sure, let me know. But anyways, thank you everybody for joining us. And The Secret Book and Scone Society by Ellery Adams, cozy mystery about healing friendship and also solving solving a murder in their small town of Miracle Springs. So we hope everybody has a great night. Thank you so much for joining, and we will see you next time.